loan opportunities, custom glassworks down in Moore. Come check us out.
Yeah, this is JJ Stone 5 with the 420 Kids representing. About to put it in the air. Put it in the air podcast. We out here doing it out here at the Mikey event. Shout out to Put It In There podcast, chicken wings, food truck. Y'all missing out. Y'all better get on it.
Hey man, you already know what it is, man. This is Pull Up No Huggy. Out here, CDW Media, News Dealers, Mysteries Visuals. Y'all know what it is. North Highlands in the building. 4 minutes, man. Y'all better holler at us, man. Y'all log on to big8.com, man. Put It In There podcast. You know what it is. Holler at your boy.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Happy Tuesday. What's up, Bree? What up, Smurf? Put It In the Air podcast. You know what I'm saying? We in the building. We in the building. Like what? Oh, yeah, man. It's that Put It In the Air hoodie, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go ghosts on these niggas. You hear me? We're going to go ghosts on these niggas. Yeah, we got the hashtag on the sleeve, hashtag on the back with the Put It In the Air on the chest. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with me. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with me at the email if you want to get one. All the smoke gear coming soon. It'll be ready for the events on the 29th and the 30th. So make sure y'all tap into that. You know what I'm saying? We making moves this year, man. Oh, man, Bree, you got to put the order in, man. The hoodies are 65. Now, if you need an extremely big size, like above a 2X, they're a little more expensive, but you know what I'm saying? Tap in with me, man. We'll get that shit popping. You know what I mean, man? You know what I mean, man? What's up, Marsha? I see you. I see you in the building. What's popping? You know what I'm saying? We live. We live and we lit, baby. We live. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we got some interesting topics, man, to touch on, too. One of them is kind of like a carryover from last Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Just because there's been a lot of stuff that done happened in a couple days, and it's stuff that we need to talk about. It's an outlook and a narrative being painted, and people need to know about it. And you know what I'm saying? Because, like, ever since the beginning of time, it's like when you go against the powers that be, when you speak against the things that people are doing that are wrong and affecting a lot of people on a large scale, and people fall into these things due to circumstantial situations, people tend to try to silence you, whether that's through assassination, whether that's through cancel culture, whether that's through trying to demonize you and make you look like you crazy. Like, they've done the same thing to Dave Chappelle. They've done it to Bill Cosby. They did it to R. Kelly. They've done it to a lot of people, man. And that shit ain't cool. I ain't feeling that. Well, sounds like my brother O's baby sis, a late B-Day present or something. Hey, I love you too, sis. Real talk. We'll chop it up. These things cost money. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm broke too, nigga. We'll figure it out. But shouts out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button. Extremely important. And then also make sure you share it to your social medias. Let everybody know we online and we live. These messages that we be having. What's up, Brandon? I see you, boy. Oh yeah, there go that hoodie, Brandon. They don't know nothing about that hoodie, man. Let me show them that hoodie, man. They don't know nothing about that hoodie, man. Yeah. Hey, all the smoke gear is coming soon too, man. I'll have put it in the air gear. I'll have all the smoke gear. I'm trying to have everything ready for the 29th and the 30th. So make sure y'all tap in with your boy, man. We're going to have these things for y'all, man. This is what we do. This is what we do. And listen, if you buy something as far as the merch, please take a picture or take a video. If I don't see you in person, please take a picture, take a video or something like that and let me know, you know what I'm saying, so I can put it on the channel. I love to show that people support what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like we have our own community of people, and the community is growing weekly. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody that tap in. I do my best to have the best conversations and to be as subjective and understanding about the things that we talk about as possible. Like this shit really takes time. Like I've really turned into a completely different person by having some of these conversations that we have. Like I've grown a lot. And a lot of that has to do with y'all. And I hope the same thing for y'all. That's the whole point of the podcast, is so we can all talk and discuss the things that are going on in life that we don't have nobody to talk to about. You know what I'm saying? It's real important. Like I'm telling you. And see, we finna do some things here soon too. Like I got some programs that I'm gonna put in place for troubled youth and like young gang youth. Like somebody got to tell these kids something different than what they've been hearing, because the stuff that they've been hearing don't lead you nowhere but the prison or the grave. And that ain't fair to your family. That ain't fair to your kids. That ain't fair to the people that actually love you. Like we are real ample to put our lives on the line and stuff like that for people who don't give a damn about us. You know what I'm saying? And this stuff needs to be talked about. And then nobody's teaching these kids credit. Nobody's teaching these kids stock market. Nobody's teaching these kids business, running your own business and entrepreneurship. Nobody's teaching these kids this stuff. And I think it's a damn shame, but somebody got to do it. We're going to step up and we're going to do it. And anybody that want to, you know what I'm saying, donate stuff to help with this, that's all good. Just hit me up at the email. Matter of fact, let me put the email on the screen for those who don't have the email, you know, which particularly most of y'all do, but I'm just saying, just in case, if you got some donations or something that you got or you want to help, just hit me up at the email. I can send you the invoice and stuff, and then we can get everything lined up. But we got to be able to, if we don't invest in our own future, there will not be one. Like we will have more, like the world has completely changed from when I was a child. And when I was a child, the world had completely changed from when my parents were children. So if we don't do something to put a curve in this, we're going to always have change for the worse. I'm looking for change for the better, especially for my kids. I don't want them to, like, I'm the last gang member in my family. We're not doing that no more. You know what I mean? And then, like, even the way I do it is different. We're not doing it like it's been done for the past centuries or decades, should I say. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing it like that no more. We're trying to build each other up and create futures, create generational wealth. That's one thing that we missing in a lot of families is generational wealth. We're all struggling. We're so used to struggling that we don't know that we don't have to struggle. We don't know that there's other options. You know what I'm saying? Little stuff like that. That's the type of time I'm on. You feel me? But no further ado, y'all ready to get into the ritual? Oh, yeah, man. If you on the Facebook, man, make sure you tap into the YouTube. That's where we at. Matter of fact, let me help y'all out one time. You can get to the YouTube like that. You feel me? Straight up. YouTube Big 8456. You know what I'm saying? Tap into the YouTube because I'm finna end the Facebook in about 5 minutes. So if y'all interested in tapping into the podcast and getting into the conversation, you know what I'm saying? Tap in. I bet. Brandon, go on and get it together. You got time, bro. You got time. Man, you know, I keep a baseball bat around this thing. This is really the one from Sunday. I really don't. They so strong. I ain't got to just smoke the shit out of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hit them bitches about 3-4 times, and nigga, it's time to do something else. But we got a few interesting topics I want to touch on today, just to kind of give y'all a briefing of where we going today. So Gunna, who was involved in the YSL Rico case, he's been denied bond for the third time. Now, what makes this situation something to pay attention to is the fact that Gunna has no criminal record. He's never been in trouble. What's up, Shelby? I see you in the building. He ain't got no criminal record. There's really no reason to be denying this man bond on a RICO case when y'all don't have him directly pinned to anything. You just got him pinned to the organization. Excuse me. They just got him pinned to the organization. So with that being said, we're going to talk about that. I got a little clip of what the judge said and the way the judge kind of told on himself and told the whole world that it was really unfair the way that things were going. But, damn, Shelby said, I'm ready to smoke. She put that 100 up in there quick. Hold on, Shelby. Hold on. Everybody getting their stuff together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's crazy the way people can manipulate the legal system and manipulate media and manipulate narratives and turn the whole world against somebody who possibly hasn't done anything. You know what I'm saying? Look at the way they did Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was ostracized and talked about like the worst man on the planet. And come to find out, he beat his case. Amazing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I never passed judgment on the Bill Cosby thing from the gate, because it's just ironic that all this stuff pop up when he wants to go into owning a major network. Now he can afford to own a major network. He got the connections and he got the resume for it. And all of a sudden, people from 20, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, come up talking about they've been raped. This is amazing. Now, keep in mind, I don't care when you rape somebody. Rape is not a good thing at all. I'm totally against it. But when you're talking about logical human beings and circumstances and stuff like that, you got to look at all the details. You can't look at just the, okay, well, they said that he did this. Well, in what context did he do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, were you forced to go see Bill Cosby? Did somebody put a gun to your head and say, you got to go kick it with Bill Cosby? I don't, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it was a bunch of shit to where I thought it was some bullshit from the gate. But we got to stop looking at stuff the way we look at it. The media is going to give you their vision of shit, the way they want you to think about shit. It's not always going to give you the truth. And the truth be completely different once you get down to it. And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I'm just saying. So look, let me get some more hundreds up in that chat. I see you, Shelby. I see you, Brandon. I see you, Smurf. Let's get some more hundreds up in this thing, man. Let's get this ritual cracking out. Now, for anybody who done seen the chat and looked and see No Love Entertainment, I'm going to tell you right now, that's me. No Love Entertainment is the way that I look at the actual live stream, and I make sure that everything is, the quality is good, the sound is good, all that type of stuff. So don't be alarmed when you see No Love Entertainment. That's still me commenting. I'm just, I'm one of them niggas. I got to tell y'all, you feel me? So I had to put my own hundreds in the chat. What's up, Marshall? Where you at? Where them hundreds at, Marshall? Who we missing on the hundreds? We missing Brianna on the hundreds. We missing Marsha on the hundreds. Yeah, I'm calling y'all out. Where them hundreds at? There you go. There you go. Brandon and them gave they hundreds. Oh, yeah. I think the only person we missing is Bree. I put your name in the guest book at the viewing, bro. They asked about you. Okay. I'll call you after the live stream and we'll have that conversation. Smurf, for sure. So the only person we missing is Brianna. Mine were there while you were bumping. Ooh, excuse me, big head Annie. Damn. The aggression has come out. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all know I'm a fool. I ain't even got high yet. Straight up. Well, bet, man. Let's get into the motherfucking ritual then. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. I had to get that bat lit to get on that bat shit. You feel me? Y'all hear I could bars. You feel me? Hey man, I got some exclusive information for y'all too. Let me get some 8 balls in the chat if y'all ready for the exclusive information. I got some exclusive information. Oh yeah, matter of fact, we out of there Facebook. Get on to the YouTube, man. We live, you feel me? But we got to cut you loose, baby. We got to cut you loose. Loose than a goose, don't get me started. Now I'm all in the party. Loose than a goose, don't get me started. Yeah. Y'all don't know nothing about that. That's that old school shit. Let me get some 8 balls in the chat if y'all ready for this exclusive information. Marsha says she ready. We supposed to run it up. I got something special for y'all. Y'all, it's some shit that y'all would never expecting. Well, some of y'all kind of suspected it. Some of y'all, what's up, Nate Dogg? DJ Nate Dogg in the building. What's up, why? I got 3 8 balls. Couple more 8 balls, man, and I'm gonna go ahead and, you know what I'm saying. Nah, she put an 8 ball too. She sent a rocket for the ritual. We just getting into the ritual. Bars, yeah. You feel me? Yeah. All right, I better not smoke too much. If I ain't high enough, I'll get back on it. Y'all don't know shit. I be smoking. This shit'll choke me. I'll be throwing up and shit. I don't want to do all that. You feel me? I ain't trying to do all the coughing and choking and throwing up. So listen. All right, I need one more 8 ball from somebody. Just one more. 4 8 balls for me. Let me get 4 8 balls. I get one more 8 ball and then I go ahead and bust this exclusive information out. One time for the one time. Oh, yeah, if you ain't seen the hoodie, man, you know what it is, man. Put it in the Air Podcast hoodies. You feel me? We here, baby. We here. If you need a hoodie, holla at your boy, man. You know? Yeah. Put it in the motherfucking air. You feel me? I had to sing it to y'all. Damn, Nate shot the 8 ball. I bet. Listen. There will be a mixtape being released very, very soon, including Big 8 and M. Mason. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a mixtape, so it ain't going to be some shit you got to buy. You probably going to have to tap into it on Dat Piff. You know what I'm saying? Dat Piff is where a lot of my mixtapes are. If you ain't never heard none of my music, Dat Piff got at least 10 projects with me on it. Like old shit, the new shit. Like it's all kind of shit on Dat Piff. So be on the lookout for the mixtape. It's going to be different. I know. I don't know if everybody tapped into that freestyle that I put on the channel. Was that last week? I think that was last week when I released a little freestyle. What y'all think about that freestyle? Did I do all right? What y'all think, man? Did I do all right? You know, I think I did fantastic. But, you know, it's all about the people listening. It's not really about me all the time. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. How do I get to that folder? Hold on. I want to battle. You don't want to battle me, bro. Hey, appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate that love, man. the crazy thing is that was just having fun. Like I was just having fun. I love, I've been doing music for so long. You know what I'm saying? So like it come to me first nature. Oh, okay. Shelby, you still talking about that? We done passed that so long ago. You extra. Don't start with the spooky stuff. That y'all the spooky lady here. Don't you start with the spooky shit. She already getting spooky, y'all. Not doing that. No spooky. Shelby, you are now officially the spooky lady. I'm just playing. Don't get mad at me. It's just a joke. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking. We just having fun. I'm just fucking with you. So I'm loading this video up. We're gonna check this video out. And I want you guys to pay attention to the mannerisms and the way that the judge says the thing that he says.
I just gotta do what I gotta do.
Damn, it jumped on faster than I was ready for it to jump on. Take it easy, Judge. Take it motherfucking easy. Hey, Nate, I told her she's spooky. She's spooky as hell. She be on that spooky shit. So, bet, before we get into this Gunner conversation, I'm gonna let y'all check out a portion of this court hearing. Man, just listen to the shit that the judge is saying and how he's saying it. You feel me? I'm just saying. I gotta get y'all perspective. Let's run it.
All right, Mr. Sato, anything, sir?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, all right. Here's where the court's kind of where I think all of you are kind of stuck between. There is the standard for bond, which is the preponderance of the evidence, and then that proffers are authorized by our state Supreme Court for bond. They are not offered or not authorized unless otherwise agreed to for trial, and that strict burden or strict proof is required for that particular proffer as a result to a issue of proof at trial. So we're stuck in between the two.
So do y'all know what a proffer is? So pretty much a proffer. He ain't retired. I told y'all, she's silly. Hey, so a proffer is pretty much it's a statement, or it's pretty much a statement from someone who's anonymous at this point because they don't have to show themselves until trial. And there's been a lot of rumors that some of the things that are supposed to be information in these proffers is not true, and that the stuff in these proffers can't be proved, and this man don't have no past criminal record. So it's like, what are we holding his bond for? Now at the end, what the judge was saying is that now during trial, these proffers have to come to light. Like for you to use this as evidence in trial, these proffers have to be brought to the table. But since it's not trial, the law is that the proffer information don't have to be brought to the table. You know what I'm saying? So they at a stage to where the proffers can just be proffers and they don't even have to have proof of the proffers. But the fact that they have proffers, they can hold him without bond. You see what I'm saying? Because they making a narrative that he's dangerous to society and that people will get hurt or he might run off, or they're making pretty much any accusation they can make to say there's a big reason why we don't want this man to have a bond and get released. When the truth is he don't have no criminal record. So the judge is trying to level out the playing field by saying, I know this is some bullshit, but the reason why this is the way it is because we haven't reached this stage of the case yet, which is some bullshit. It's some bullshit. What January 6th, folks? I ain't heard about that, Brandon. But yeah, that's crazy. So they pretty much saying you don't have no sign of being any of this stuff that we saying that people are saying that you are. We can't tell you the people that's saying it, and we don't want to release you because we in fear of stuff that might happen to other people. This could all be their own point of view at this point. You know what I'm saying? That stormed the Capitol. I didn't hear about that. What the hell? Where the hell I been? 6 folks stormed the Capitol? I didn't know nothing about that. The capital of what? Oklahoma or the United States? I ain't heard about that though. But I just wanted to kind of chop it up about what's going on so y'all not listening to the video and you may have questions and I haven't answered them. So I'm just stopping at parts that might be important. You know what I'm saying? To kind of like give a different view or a broken down view of, you know what I'm saying, what he's saying. I don't know what you're talking about, Smurf. I be too high to be, you play too much. But I'm going to get back into the video, y'all.
The two burdens in this case. We also acknowledge the fact that, you know, the defendants are presumed to be innocent, and this particular system authorizes the court to consider bond based on statute as well as case law, and you know, and I have done so in the in this particular case, and will continue to do so. The other challenge that our imperfect system kind of just, you know, hasn't figured out a way to kind of deal with, other than.
Hold on, man. Did y'all hear this shit? Did y'all hear this shit? The judge admitted that this is some imperfect shit. If something's not perfect, that means it has errors in it. So they have found an error in the law that they can use against you. And this error is in the law. So to get it out of the law, you would have to go through and petition and do all that signing a bill and all that old stuff. They pretty much almost indefinitely prolonging this case until this dude can go to trial. So they don't know what they got the whole time. That's crazy, bruh. That's crazy. Tell me that ain't deep. And they doing this shit on national television. Well, I don't think this was national television. I think this is something somebody got the clip of out of the courtroom and maybe posted it. But no matter what the case is, this is fucked up. It ain't no fucking, they are violating this dude's rights and saying that they can do that because it's an error in the law. How can you admit that there's an error in the law in the courtroom? Like, this shit crazy, man. My bad. Go ahead.
Other than reconsidering the issue of bond and changing circumstances of bond, is acknowledged for proof that may or may not come at trial, but the state bears that burden at this point in time. And it's not a perfect system in the sense that
how many times you gonna say it?
Until that time, whether or not many of these statements that have been proffered by the state come to pass or come to fruition. That's no consultation or consolation for your client, Mr. Samuel and Mr. Samuel.
Well, this is a little different, Brandon. This is a RICO case. Yeah, this is a RICO case. They've already been charged. This is a 28-man, 56 indictment, like 56 count indictment. 56, 58, something like that. This is 28 dudes. They locked the whole fucking label up. See, RICO cases is different. RICO is all I need. All the evidence I need is for one of y'all to do something bad and be tied to this organization, and I can get the whole organization. This is the state RICO. This is the new state RICO. And the crazy thing is with this RICO, once he fight this RICO in the state, he still might have to fight it in the feds. Yeah. So like, the case itself is crazy. Like this is really some movie shit. They doing some movie shit right now, and it's working. Like, you know how you be watching a movie and it be something serious going on and then something real stupid happen and you be like, huh? Like, yeah, that shit only happen in movies. That's some of this type of shit. Yeah. That RICO is boy, that RICO is serious. But he's almost apologizing for the situation being what it is. He's admitted that it's imperfect and it's pretty much unfair multiple times. Like, he's not going to he ain't going to keep saying that if that ain't what he feel like. I meant to say repeating. Yeah, nigga, I'm high. I got tongue tied and all kind of shit. But for real. But we're going to let him tell it.
And, but, you know, unfortunately, that's the best that the system can offer at this point in time, given the status of the case law and the like. The only thing I can potentially do is, like I said, I will try the case as expeditiously as possible. But at this point in time, I don't find any change in circumstances that would allow me to, or move me from changing my decision as to bond. And if anybody's in the gallery and you can't otherwise control yourself or otherwise you want to make any appropriate comments, then you can leave at this point in time.
Yeah, he immediately got mad because he knew everybody was finna get pissed off. That was his way of nicely saying, I know y'all not gonna like this, but get out and don't act stupid, or I'm gonna send you to jail. Because he was done talking about it after that. He wasn't finna explain himself no more. He did all the explaining he was gonna do. Shit's fucked up. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I can't give you bond. It is what it is. That's what our justice system will give you. That's crazy. Yeah, but I mean, expedite the trials. They talking about this trial might not be till like 2023, 2024. So you gonna hold them in jail all that time before trial? That's why they trying so hard to get bonds, because their court dates have been set off far as hell. Their court dates been set off far. I didn't get the court dates. He might say them in this. But like, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy.
No harm will come or nothing else will occur. But if you remain in this courtroom and make any outbursts, I'll have you arrested.
Them people was mad as fuck. I would have been mad too. I understand that, Brandon, but this is so high profile of a case, shit that you can do in smaller cases, you can't do in this one. Yeah, I think they immediately set the date because, you know, the investigation go back to like 2011, 2012. That's 10 years of investigation, bro. I could imagine them setting off the court dates. They'll deal with that when they feel like dealing with that. Because they already presume that you done fucked up somewhere. That's why we here anyway. The crazy thing is all the accusations about people telling and shit like that. I think they figured out one person that did tell it. Told some information that he probably wasn't, supposed to. I ain't gonna say no names. I ain't gonna even put him out there like that. But that's who they said that he already told. That's possible too, Brandon. I can agree with that. I was thinking is in the lawyers on the other side, but for it to make sense I could see that. I could see that happening. I'm just like, bro. Like, damn. And like people is really starting to get enraged about the fact that they playing with this man's life. Like if they had reason to deny him bond, it would be different. But they don't have no reason. They don't even have no. He was just part of the organization. And they may have him on some phone calls or something. But it's not he don't have a past to where like he shouldn't get bond. That's facts too. And see, they said it was people that was willing to give testimony in this case. But then at the same time, that shit got shot down like it might be a false narrative to make people think that. Like they playing psychological games. They using social media and all kind of shit. They putting out narratives and all kind of shit. To where if you hearing about him, he's just as bad as the other ones because he in the case. But I think he's probably, it's a couple of them that don't have no backgrounds. Facts. Witnesses can't lose my bad. Yeah, they can't lose that with the court. Like the judge won't believe nothing they saying, but I can see that working in their favor too. People die. Like of natural causes. Motherfuckers having heart attacks and all kind of shit happen to people on a regular basis. What the fuck did you say, Shelby? Yeah, credibility, man. I'm high, bro. I couldn't even get there. Ooh, shit. I hit that motherfucker too many times. I got to start gauging my shit. That motherfucker strong. The shadow government. Oh, God. There's Shelby. Shelby, what is the shadow government? Let it talk to us one time. We gonna actually let you live with that one. What's up? What's the shadow government? Hey man, Brandon, I'm lit. I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker strong. Yeah, that motherfucker busting. Damn. Mouth dry and shit. Ugh. I'll come down in a minute. I'll come down. What's up, Shelby? You supposed to be telling us what the shadow government is. I'm waiting too. And I'm gonna hear you out too. So don't think I'm supposed to get on some funny stuff. I ain't gonna get on no funny stuff. I don't think you want to respond to that. Is that what it is? Don't be scared. Speak your truth. She ain't fucking with me right now. She'll be like, no, you didn't. So, which would all will also be looked at as the powers that be for the most part. Some equate to the Illuminati. It's not the same thing. But okay, I see what you're talking about. Yeah. I know she going with that. You just got a different nickname for it. Everybody call it what they call it. Yeah. See, I was open to what you said. I wasn't messing with you too much. See, we getting somewhere. See? Yeah. She over there like, fuck you. But I don't think them people got nothing to do with this. I don't think that they got nothing to do with this. I think this is a case that's being tried that is complicated as fuck. It's like they done figured out a video game way of charging a whole bunch of people with absolutely nothing and making them tell on each other so you can find out exactly what was happening so you can say that you saved the world. That's what this is. This is a penguin. This is a penguin plot. Some shit like that. I'm just saying. To me. Don't do that, Shelby. Don't do that. Yeah, and you know how many other people been brought up on state RICO since then? You know, Casanova 2 times, he went for the RICO, but his was federal RICO. But that's like his second time, too, with the federal shit. Like, he just, you know, he couldn't stop doing what he was doing. I wish he would have, man. He was real talented on everything. I thought he was funny as hell, too. Bro was funny as hell. I fucked with him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they hitting niggas. Sue Surf just got a RICO, too. They ain't really put out a lot of information about Sue Surf's RICO, but I'm telling you, if you are involved with the business or you are a business and you running around here talking to people about illegal activity, they gonna get all y'all. Y'all better tighten up. E40 told y'all a long time ago, quit talking on them damn phones. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to be crazy. I don't know what the hell that is. There you go. Oh shit. You trying me tonight. Okay, what is all that shit you just said? What is Canon movement or anonymous movement follower? What is that? Facts. You don't ever know who listening. You don't ever know who listening. I don't think this got nothing to do with martial law, Shelby. This is a RICO case. Like, these people are still dealing with criminals. That's pretty much what it is. They trying to stop you from dealing with criminals. So if you dealing with criminals and they talk to you about something, nigga, you can get the RICO because you was talking to them and you was listening and they start talking to you. Like crazy shit. Like, they got that shit set up to where like you can give that shit to you can give that shit to anybody almost. They say that shit is some cartoon made up shit. They got some magical shit that niggas ain't figured out yet. They came up with some shit. And then when they dropped it state, they really put the twist on it. Cause like it's real vague. It's real vague. Like, until you go to trial, you ain't got to prove nothing. If I can make it sound good in court, you ain't getting out. Straight up. I can have everybody in my house write a witness statement and submit it, and I can take them in there and say, this is the statements that people are giving. There's so many ways you can manipulate that shit. They manipulating the hell out of it. Man, when you talking on the phone, 3 minutes go by so fast. You say a couple sentences and a couple back and forth, just conversating about something That shit could go long. And then you got to think the 3 minutes could be when I start talking about it and when you stop responding to it. That shit crazy, man. I don't know if that's martial law. I thought martial law had a lot to do with keeping you in and making you not be able to move around and stuff like that. These people are dealing with criminals. Let me repeat that. And listen, I'm not saying they wrong. I think we all do talk to somebody who might not be doing right things, but at the end of the day, what you talk to them about and then what can be proved as a crime, niggas could be lying and get to RICO. You could be lying about a body and get a RICO. That shit crazy. That'd be fucked up to catch a RICO case because the motherfucker was on the phone capping about some shit that they said that they did that they know they didn't do. And then everybody get booked about it. That's fucked up. Now, this is more about how they tried to, they had to figure out a way to where they could get the mafia bosses. This shit was like originally back with the mafia. The first time that the RICO was put into place. So yeah, this is deeper. This is like trying to bust organizational crime. And since these people are all a part of this record label and may have not really nothing to do with shit, nigga, you guilty. You guilty. You know how many innocent people getting booked into this case? They said 28 people, man. You know, that might include secretaries. That might include event promoters. That can include a lot of people that ain't got nothing to do with nothing that these people do in their free time. Yeah. That's real talk, Brandon. So yeah, this RICO thing, they playing a game. They playing a serious game. I am so glad that my life has changed and that I don't get into nothing. I don't get into nothing. I stay out the way. They be, boy, you can go to the club and damn near catch a RICO fucking around in Oklahoma City. I don't want no smoke, man. Motherfuckers not getting me back in prison on no kind of jambalaya jumbo shit. That shit is crazy. For real. That shit is crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to chop it up about that, see what y'all thought about that. Now listen. You know, we was just talking about the Kanye West interview with Drink Champs. So since that interview, Noriega's gotten a lot of backlash. And he got so much backlash that he apologized for doing the interview and letting the interview go through. What these people do not understand is when you do that, you instantly throw up a red flag to anybody that's thinking, what did he say? What did he say in his interview that wasn't worse than Charleston White? Oh, wait. You're right. They probably do got the money to pay their way out. These niggas should have the money to pay their way out, but they be spending it on necklaces and cars and big, beautiful houses that they don't never stay in. That's just what they do. What did you about to be Yay web app? Oh, word? He's starting a web app? What is it gonna be like for his clothing? But I don't see how people don't understand that they immediately want to take you off from telling people the truth as fast as they can, because you're saying some truth. Like everything that you say don't have to be right, but if there is a lot of truth in what you're saying, How do you that cancel culture shit is crazy. Like, motherfuckers be so scared. Like, I had so much respect for Noriega. I had so much respect for Noriega. Like, really fuck with Noriega. Like, used to play his music, all that stuff. I fuck with Noriega as a person. He just seemed like a cool nigga. But that's some sucker shit, man. And the crazy thing is, a lot of people didn't think about it, but Diddy owns Revolt. He owns that network. So with him talking shit about Diddy on the network, it was instant finito. That's crazy. You know, that's crazy. So then you got to look at it like this. So what was he saying in that interview that was so bad? Now keep in mind, he made some comments about George Floyd, and people had some real issues with that. Cool, I understand. But what did he say to get his interview taken off? What part of it was what they didn't want you to hear? And how could somebody listen to this interview from Kanye West and be hurt so detrimentally that they got to sue him? Charleston White say some of the craziest shit. Charleston White done said way worse shit about George Floyd than Kanye West. Nobody sued him? Telling you. He said stuff about the Zionists. He said stuff about the Jews. And the crazy thing is, Noriega even said it himself. He said, man, it was some important Jewish people in the building for the video, for the whole interview. And at the end of the interview, they greeted him like it was normal. Man, let me play a little bit of this Breakfast Club conversation they had right quick. Let me pull it up. If I can find it. There we go. Let's run it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our family member on the line, friend to the room. N-O-R-E, Nori. Good morning.
Good morning, man. You know, I'm up every morning listening to y'all, just so y'all know. Keep my skills sharp.
Well, we appreciate you for
Man,
checking.
shut your line
Nori
ass
wanted to call in. What's the word, Nori? What you
nigga copping deuces.
You know, I just want to be honest. I support freedom of speech.
Hold on, man. You see how Charlamagne just immediately kind of took over the whole mood of the interview? Like, nah, fuck all that funny shit, nigga. What's going on? Why you got this nigga telling our business on the internet? That's pretty much how he came at this nigga. That's how I feel. Let's run it.
Support anybody, you know, not being sensitive, but I do not support anybody being hurt. I did not realize that the George Floyd statements on my show was so hurtful. And you got to realize it was the first 5 minutes of the show. Like when he walked in, he told my producer, he said that if he'll stop filming, that he'll walk out. So I didn't want a Birdman moment. I didn't want a Birdman moment with Shaw, like, you know, where Birdman walked out. So I wanted the man to speak. But later on, like, I actually checked him about the George Floyd's comments. I actually checked him about the White Lives Matter. But it was so later in the episode, and it was so like, you know, I was already inebriated at that time that maybe people looked over it. Mm-hmm. But I apologize to the George Floyd family. I apologize to anybody that was hurt by Kanye West comments.
So why ain't nobody apologizing for Charleston White? Charleston White will talk about your kids. He'll talk about your mama. Charleston White be going in. I respect that nigga. I ain't gonna lie. You got to. He's so 100. He gonna tell you everything. Like, yep, yep, and I'll talk shit to you. And if you touch me, I'm gonna call the police. Like, he's so straightforward with that shit. You gotta respect it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see, that's how I feel. I think he apologized because he didn't want to get sued. But ain't nobody sued Charleston White. Charleston White done said some of the worst shit in the world about George Floyd, bro. Look it up. Charleston White done talked so crazy about that man in that situation. I'm talking about with the F him and all kind of shit. So why specifically Kanye and Nori? Is it because Kanye is a billionaire? Is it because he talking about things that they don't want the world to know? Is it more to the conversation than what we thought? It's that type of shit that make me be on the shit that I'm on. Like people be saying he be rambling. He just speak differently. Hey, Charleston White talk about everything. I ain't gonna lie. If I could get him on the show, I would on everything. I might try to reach out to him. Cause I ain't gonna lie. He be saying a lot of shit that people be feeling and won't say it. I know, cause I feel something. I agree with a lot of the stuff that he says. I do. And I can't cap on that. I wouldn't be keeping it real if I didn't tell y'all that. I agree with a lot of shit he say, bro. Yeah, Charleston White talks shit about everybody. Yeah, he's definitely not a person you want on the other side of the fence. You want that nigga on your side of the fence. I'm just saying, that nigga is Patrick Beverly to the internet, nigga. Yeah. When he ain't on your side, you hate that nigga. When he on your team, you love him to death. That's how Charleston White is, definitely. Well, Bet, let's run some more of this.
So I do support free speech. I am black, and I'm with Tamika Mallory. I'm with Until Freedom. I'm with Vice.
What does you being black got to do with anything? Man, Charleston White done talk shit about some white people too, bro. He done talk shit about Mexicans. He done talk shit about Chinese. He done talk shit. Charleston White done talk shit about everybody, bro. He done hit damn near every race you can think of. He done talked about Africans. This nigga's... Hey, man, listen. I be listening to Charleston White. I be like, damn. Hey, he gotta be the most shit talking this nigga in history, bro. Like, he even got an ad lib. He be like, yeah. Oh. I think he said he agreed with Kanye on the situation with the Jews, if I'm not mistaken, because he was like, to hell with Lil Boosie and to hell with T.I. about talking about what they would do to Kanye. That's kind of how a lot of this shit got started. Like, they kind of was going in on Kanye, and then Charleston White was like, nigga, fuck y'all talk about. And then he started going in on them, and then the kids responded, and then he started going in on the kids. They said, why you don't like that little boy? He said, because he ugly. Like, what's wrong with this motherfucker, man? Like, this nigga is off the chain, bro. Like, why is he going so hard? And we got to keep it real, too. Them really ain't kids, bro. 18 and 19, you are not a kid. You are being held to society as an adult. So yeah, you not just because you somebody's son don't mean you no kid no more. And they got their own minds and their own mouths. So if you ain't gonna be man enough to tell your son to leave me the fuck alone, then why in the fuck would I leave him alone? Because he did something to me or said something to me. I'm just saying. Yeah, they do act like kids and children because that's because they daddies is not showing them to be adults. Like, you a businessman, Boosie. You a businessman, T.I. Why you not teaching this little boy how to be a businessman? Y'all giving him all these badass habits, paying for him to fuck strippers and, just different shit. Like, damn, you wanted them to be street rat kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you want your well taken care of son to act like that? So that's how the T.I. snitch things came back about. That's how him and Boosie got into it. Boosie has made his mind up that he not gonna respond to him. T.I. done went as far as like telling the community that he upset with them for not backing him up. You want us to back up Crime Stoppers, nigga? You want us to back up testifying? Like, now, like, it's some skeletons in your closet, homie. Like, you got some real skeletons, bro. Like, we not backing that. And you got a lot of people that's just okay, just like, fuck it, yep, he testified. It is what it is. He testified to something different, but testifying is testifying. And a Crime Stoppers commercial is like an exponent. I'm just saying, yeah, I got to keep it real, man. But let's hear a little bit more of this Nori, see what they get into. He talking crazy, though. Like, I'm so disappointed in Noriega.
Son, that's who I am. In fact, I called my son and asked for a shirt because that's what I wanted to have on when Kanye said he was coming through here. We actually posted it and then saw that this was the wrong edit, took it down, and then it got reposted again with those same comments that was there. So it was a mistake on our behalf, on our team behalf, because we don't edit nothing. I think Envy done Drink Champs, Charlamagne has done Drink Champs, and we literally don't edit nothing. But we will.
You shouldn't edit nothing
now because we understand that there's people that's hurt out there.
Yeah, I think it's not a freedom of speech thing, nor it's more like a misinformation.
It's not a misinformation, it's a lie.
It's
that was
not
a lie.
True.
What he said about
true.
George Floyd was a lie. What Kanye West said about George Floyd dying of fentanyl and not the physical impact of the officer Derek Chauvin was just a bold-faced lie.
And by the way, guys, I'm not.
Why y'all so mad about that? He might have information that you don't have. What if it comes out that they do an autopsy and then everything comes to find out that this shit is some real information and niggas just ain't getting this information because they don't want that out there because people would be enraged. Like, you never know what these motherfuckers' narrative is. And to always take the side of the opposer is the part that fucks me up. Just like with gang life, like sometimes you get into it with somebody from another gang, and just because these people is kin to each other, you got a political deal about somebody who's not even in the same group as you. Like, I just don't like it. I don't like it. And Charlamagne is always quick to attack somebody. Like, he got on makeup right now. This is a black man with makeup on right now. Look at his face, bro. This nigga has on makeup. Like, so when do we start? When do we start vouching for men that wear makeup? I'm just saying. You know what? I don't know. I don't know about that. Brandon, I need to look that in because I ain't gonna lie. The whole shit, I didn't get involved in it. And I understand why I didn't get involved with it now. Because there's so much misinformation and so many other factors that people left out trying to drive a narrative, and that's fine too. And that's fine because, if things are being done incorrectly, they need to get done right. The people deserve that. But I'm just saying, like, no way, shape, form, or fashion was in policing the right. But did other things have something to do with his death is the question. And if you can prove that there's other things that has something to do with his death, you can't base it alone off the things that happened to him because it was a combination of things. But yeah, you're right. The information is out there. I need to go check that out. I'm gonna look into that, Brandon, and we might touch back down on that later. But this dude with this makeup on, man, like I don't know, man. Here, we can run it. Go ahead.
This is not think champs. This is drink champs. You know what I'm saying? This is not political champs. This is drink champs. So we purposely don't bring up politics. We purposely don't bring up religion because of this. And I just, I disagreed with Kanye. I felt like I should have said something a lot earlier. I didn't because I didn't want him to walk out. I didn't want to have a Birdman moment.
So Nori, people would say that, we're talking to Nori from Drink Champs, of course, who just released the interview with Kanye. People would say, well, why do the...
Hey, he said that he didn't want to have a Birdman moment, but he had his own moment. Now you got a name for a moment. Now you got your own moment. Like, but Envy finna ask a good question though.
Interview at all, especially with all the hate speech that he's been spewing the last couple of days, and he's been
you had Fox News, you had Tucker Carlson edit out all his anti-Semitic comments. You saw the shop say that they wasn't going to put out the hate speech. We saw all of the things Kanye was texting and tweeting and everything else. Why even do the interview at all?
Why even do the interview?
Why it got to be hate speech? Why it just can't be his opinion? That's where the freedom of speech comes in handy, because everybody don't have to agree on the same thing or have the same outlook on it. Why is his shit? Well, why is the things that he say considered hate speech? There might be some truth to it. Just because something has some truth to it does not mean it's hate speech. Yeah, that's pretty much what he was saying. Is he was trying to look over things at the beginning to keep him there so he could get a good interview, a good length of interview. Because he know how different Kanye can respond. Which, again, I think somebody pumped Nori up to have this, to do this apology. I don't think this is just the nature of it, the reasons that he given. Like, just watch Noriega interviews and you'll see, like, he's not an unintelligent fella, man. And he's a pretty solid fella too, or always has been. I think this is a moment to where he may have sacrificed some of his own beliefs to please somebody else. That's what it felt like to me. And yeah, I agree with you on that neck thing, Brandon. Hell no, that ain't never the business. So yeah, I think what he did is he was trying to let stuff slide so he could get Kanye to complete the interview. I think that's what it was. That's pretty much what he's saying. But they just asked him why he do the interview anyway. Let's see what he say.
You know, that's a great question. And the thing is, that's like people talking about Charlemagne. People talk about Charlemagne and say Charlemagne is an asshole or Charlemagne is a dick. But then Charlemagne doesn't show that to me. So I gotta treat Charlemagne how Charlemagne treats me. If Charlemagne treats me like a gentleman, then I'm gonna think Charlemagne is a gentleman. I don't understand Charlemagne's rhetoric when he's not around me. You understand what I'm saying? And that's pretty clearly what it was. I did not think. And other than the George Floyd comment, I thought I conducted a very great interview. You know what I'm saying? I thought that he laughed, he smiled, he drank, he smoked. This was 8 o'clock in the morning interview.
Don't say that though, because he still said a lot of anti-Semitic rhetoric in the interview as well. You know what I mean?
Yes, and if you look, by the way, I had 4 Jewish people there. Steve Rifkin was in the room. Steve Rifkin, who signed the Wu-Tang Clan, was in the room. My friend Eric, who is Jewish, is in the room. My friend Diego, who is Jewish, was in the room. And I looked at them to tell them, like, yo, tell me whenever he's going across the line. And they're looking and they're saying, okay, we understand where he's coming from. But none of it, I don't support none of it. I don't support the George Floyd comments. I don't support the anti-Semitic. That's all I have is Jewish friends. All I have is black friends. That's it.
So what's the problem? So what's the big problem? Who that wasn't in the room is the one that faked. So you felt okay enough to release this shit after it was done because it was people that he was talking towards in the interview that didn't feel no type of way about the things that he said in the interview. So whose feelings was hurt? And I'm gonna say this again. Diddy owns Revolt, which is the network that the Breakfast Club plays on, which is also the same interview where he said things about Puff Daddy that some people may or may not agree with. So, and I'm just narrowing this shit down. You know what I'm saying? I'm just we just going through the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm getting from him. I'm getting it that Diddy got pissed off and told him that they can't air the show. Take it down immediately. I think I really think Diddy pulled that move. And if he did, he did. It doesn't make him a bad dude because he pulled that move. But what that is that's showing more of what Kanye was saying is going on anyway. Because I don't like you or because I don't agree with you, I want to get you out the way. I want to keep you out the way. I want to affect what you got going on. This is the type of shit that he was talking about that's going on in the industry throughout the interview. From multitudes of people. Like, he mentioned a lot of names. He wasn't messed up about name dropping either. You know what I'm saying? I think it's some coward shit by Nori, man.
Nori, I was going to ask you, when it comes to these George Floyd comments, we see the family may be suing. Is that going to include you in this lawsuit? Did you hear about that?
I definitely heard about it, and this is the reason why I'm stepping up, is because it's not even about suing or the money. It's about the hurtful thing, man. You know what I mean? I was locked down. I was supporting the George Floyd movement. I saw that video too. You know what I mean? Like, I seen that cop's knee on his neck. I seen him calling out for whoever. So I'm embarrassed of myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I've done these interviews before where I come back and I redeem myself. And then on this one, I waited too long. To actually address him. I spoke to Kanye yesterday morning. I told him I'm going to do this, but I'm also going to, refute these comments because I was disgusted by it as if I wasn't even in the room.
So why you didn't tell him that in the interview, nigga?
Damn, I was there. And again, I'm just trying to be a journalist. I'm saying, you know what? We just won an award. I want people to know that we won the award because we deserve it. So I'm sitting there thinking about it. I heard Steven Jackson say something about me, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going back at Steven Jackson. I'm not going to make a rebuttal. I'm going to tell that brother you're right because I should have checked him. I should have, and I eventually did. But by the time I checked him, I was already inebriated.
I can't get jiggy with this shit.
You're not hearing the sincerity in my voice. But even if you go look at it, you can see that Nori is very serious. It's just that Nori is also. He's also drunk at the same time. And
you drunk all the time, nigga. That ain't no fucking excuse.
What are you going to do to move forward? To move forward, Nori, are there other interviews that you plan to do to kind of combat this? What do you plan to do? Because I see you reaching out on Twitter to people that you feel like need to come up. Sean King, Dr.
King. I want Sean King to come up. I want Dr. Umar. I want Talib Kweli. I want David Banner. I want Killer Mike because they all know where my heart is. They all know that I'm on Black Twitter. They all know I'm on the Black, Until Freedom group chats. They all know that. You know what I'm saying? The fact is, I did fail.
That shit don't prove nothing, bro.
I don't want to see Drink Champs go down that path. I like Drink Champs being the happy podcast that it is, and what you tried to do was give hip hop culture a voice. But the reality is, he don't need that right now. That's not what we should be giving.
It ain't your place, nigga.
That we shouldn't have had Kanye.
Man, that ain't his little funny looking ass's place to be saying. That ain't your place, bro. You don't decide what everybody need to hear. Like, what the fuck? And like, I'll be high watching this shit, y'all, and I'll be looking at it like, what the fuck? And then he just named it, like you said, Sean King. He just named all these names to say that doesn't take away anything that Kanye said that is Kanye's opinion. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all making too big of a deal of this because there was some information in there that y'all didn't feel like people needed to hear. Keep it 100. That's all it is. He said too much. We had somebody in the chat say the same thing. He said too much. He just spoke his truth. That's what you giving him the platform for. Like, what the hell? I'll play a little bit more, man. I'm finna call. I don't even like looking at this nigga, bro.
He on the platform to begin with. Not at a time like this with the rhetoric that he's spewing. Nah.
Well, yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. I really did try. I tried to give him a voice. I tried to give him a platform. I tried to do that. But, I realized my political stance may not be correct. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You say it wasn't the right place. What about, did Puff reach out to you?
I'll tell you this. At first, I was disappointed in Brother Love.
Hey, watch. I'm telling you, he's finna deflect this whole Puff Daddy thing. Watch. Yeah, I want this brownie, y'all. This cosmic brownie been calling me for a minute. Yeah, I'm finna get into this brownie. Go ahead.
Because Brother Love called me and said, well, he dissed me. And I was just like, wait a minute. This is so much bigger than you. And then he called me back and he said, you know what? Let's support free speech and support free thinking. Let's support it. And
it's not free thinking, though. That's the other thing we got to stop saying. It's not free thinking when all you're doing is repeating white supremacy.
Listen. Diddy ain't saying no shit like that. Nah. Diddy ain't saying no. You can read the text messages that they had in the chat. The conversation him and Diddy had back and forth, it don't sound like that. It don't end like that. No. Ain't nobody smelling that. That's a cover-up to try to deflect Diddy from being involved in the reason why the interview got pulled. They trying to aim it towards the anti-Semitic comments, the thing about George Floyd, and the stuff that he said about Diddy. That's what they're trying to make it about. But what it's about is the shit that he said about Diddy. I'm just saying. They trying to make it seem like it don't have shit to do with Diddy, and Diddy okay with it. So it don't sound like Diddy is the one who was the one. I'm just saying. It's what it sound like to me, bro.
Premises, talking points. You're repeating Black Israelite talking points. Like, Kanye West is not a free thinker. We got to stop saying that. There's nothing free about his thoughts at all.
What's crazy about it is,
Who are you to make that decision?
I think he believes that. You know what I'm saying?
That's my point. He's saying everything he's heard other people already say. That's not free thinking.
Like, I think he supports the wow factor. Like the fact that he can have a Confederate flag on. People go wow, and then you have a MAGA hat on. People go wow, but then you ask them, do you promote this Confederacy? Do you promote the Trump campaign? And then you ask him, and he won't even give you something about the Trump campaign. He won't even tell you. It's because I think that it's the wow factor, and I think that's the reason why we've been supporting him for so long, whether it's been the sneakers, whether it's been whatever. Don't get it wrong. I love Kanye West. I love Kanye.
Apparently not.
Kanye has done things for me. He's really a great person. The ideology about, black people and Jewish people is not correct. The sentiments that he said about George Floyd is not correct, and I do not stand by him when it comes to that.
Got you.
But,
I see you cleared it up about the Jewish people.
I just don't want to give up on him. I wouldn't give up on you, Envy. Envy, you told me you voted for $1 million worth of game on BET Awards. I don't want to give up on Envy. I know Envy is lost right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that. I know that he might be taking, Serve on the low. I'm not sure. But I can't give up on Envy. That's my brother.
But you can tell your brother when he's wrong, though.
Absolutely.
I definitely told him he was wrong, and I definitely told Envy that when you use clips of Boosie and you don't shout out drink fans, it hurts us.
Listen, I try to shout you out all the time, Nori. Let me ask you this.
All right, I had enough of that interview. We're going to get out of there. Yeah, I know, right? Charlamagne is crazy, bro. I have very little respect for that dude, and I'll say that publicly. And it's not, I don't know him as a person. I just know the things he's done and the things that he say out his mouth. And that's what I don't like. So I would think the things that come out your mouth really would display who you are as a person. But if it's not like that, I don't like what I hear out his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like his views on things and his ways of judging people and doing all that. I don't like with all that shit, man. You put makeup on every day and let niggas come sit next to you and talk shit to you and leave. Like, Birdman, like if you came here to beat me up, you're gonna have to do it, bro. Shouts out to Birdman. Just saying, like, you can't check me less than 3 feet away from me. Like, you close. Like, get off where you mad at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. I done already done it. Nigga Birdman would have had them young niggas fuck that nigga up. That nigga wasn't gonna break a sweat. That nigga Charlamagne knew when to chill out. That shit crazy. Excuse me. But yeah, man, those are the two things I want to share with y'all tonight, man. And I say that to say this, man. That's why the thumbnail is what the thumbnail is. We live in a time to where our constitutional rights and stuff really don't mean much. We live in a world where circumstantial information is more relevant than factual information. And that's scary. So, you know what I'm saying? Keep these things in mind when you doing things day to day, when you making moves day to day, when you dealing with people day to day, things to that nature. Like, think about these things when it come to your own life, because we can all learn something from these situations. You know what I'm saying? There is definitely powers that be vibes in this situation. You can't miss them. Like, the whole narrative game is pushed so strong. Like, I'm just saying, you feel me? Like, you and it is worrisome, but it's the truth. Like, I don't know how people could be oblivious to this type of stuff. If you just listen to what's going on, you can really make your own thought process about what's going on. Like, you can put this all together yourself. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many people, they just quick to comment, oh man, he's crazy. What he just told you is a whole bunch of truthful shit. And then they said, you can't tell everybody that, and took his ass offline. Then he might have said some crazy shit too. But he said some truthful shit. You can't deny that. He said some truthful shit. That's real talk. There was some facts in this conversation. Not all of it was. Well, nobody's saying that. So with us all knowing that all of it may not be factual information, but it's just his view, not law of the world. This is just Kanye's way of looking at shit. You can't do all. Why would you do all that to him behind his view? Because it's different from everybody else's? Because it may be some facts in there that people don't get a chance to see? Is it like hidden jewels in this conversation? Is he really speaking in entendres like I thought he was? I don't know, dog. I don't know. But I know there's some bullshit. And I'm going to keep it 100. I really lost a lot of respect for Noriega after this. I mean, the crazy thing is, in his apology, he even said himself that it was pretty well acclaimed Jewish people in the room with him. And they didn't see no problem with what he said. They didn't say they agree with what he said. They said they don't see a problem with the things he said. But the masses might have. The multitude of people might have. Maybe not those few people, but other people, they didn't like what the fuck he said. And it was enough to get his ass took off the air. Now, granted, he did say also that when he was in there that Kanye was doing his own recording. So it ain't like he wouldn't keep the footage to be able to use the footage. Kanye got all the footage. Kanye got footage that we didn't get to see because Kanye got everything behind the scenes and everything. He had his own camera people that was recording the interview while he was doing the interview. So maybe later on we'll see some conversation or see some videos released that show that kind of clear up some of this shit. But at the same time, it's wrong anyway. Censoring people is wrong. Censoring people is wrong. If you're not gonna take the dick enlargement motherfucking advertisements off Facebook, you shouldn't be able to tell this man what the fuck he can say that is his opinion or not. You don't live by Kanye rules. You don't live by Kanye laws. Kanye don't pay your bills. He can say what the fuck he want to say. Charleston White says what the fuck he want to say. That's one thing I respect the hell out of. He says what he want to say. And he gonna tell you what he gonna do and what he ain't gonna do. Just real shit. You know? It's just what it is. But listen, man, it's been a great one. Put it in the air podcast. You know what it is. You know, it's your boy Big Easy, baby. Man, I'm gonna have this mixtape popping out for y'all real soon, man. It's light work. It's light work. I got something for you. You know what I'm saying? With me and M. Mason. And then we got Cigars and Cycles on the 29th. Don't forget that. And then on the 30th, we got Trunk or Treat. Don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? Come holler at your boy. I have all to put it in the air gear there. And if you want to get something beforehand, just hit me up at that email at the bottom and we'll get you hooked up. Man, I love y'all. It's always a blast. And we out of here, man. Put it in the air.
Put it in the air podcast. This is Keith from Blowing Opportunities. Custom Glassworks down in Moore. Check us out.
Yeah, this is JJ Stone 5 with the 420 kids representing. About to put it in the air. Put it in the air podcast. We out here doing it out here at the Mikey event. Shout out to Put It In There podcast, chicken wings, food truck. Y'all missing out. Y'all better get on it.
I'ma get bread, that's on everything. Ride on big wheels, that's on everything. Go around my neck, that's on wig chain. Rip on my hood, that's on everything. Stack up your paper on everything. My trunk on paint, that's on everything. Be back in my house, that's on everything. Forever be king, that's on everything. I'ma get bread, that's on everything. Ride on big wheels, that's on everything. Go around my neck, that's on wig chain.